Okay, we're live. I'll shoot in front, you might have to go back there, then I'll go across there.
Oh, am I allowed up here?
Get me in a little bit.
Good morning, Chichester Lakeside. I thank you very much for painting the white boundary lines that we can walk in between. Very kind of you. And your trespassing signs, very nice to see. But yesterday we had a nice little trip out. We went to your main head office at Bexhill, all recorded live. We have some live recordings also of them admitting that homeowners can live on their parks. So the salesman that tries to trick someone into buying a holiday home, they can let you now sell them. Because apparently they know that everyone lives on the parks, all on YouTube. Like I said, we will be back. Every single month we'll be coming back and forth, also going to your head offices, and your lovely director's offices is now work from home, so obviously we're going to the village of Epsom, and we have quite a big following that will be coming with us. It's a shame you're still quite quiet and closing the doors. I do hope you're practicing the safety regulations from the government. And also, I'd like to speak to the GM if he's available today. We have some particular questions from the residents here on Park. They've emailed me directly, and I now want to ask you some questions through me. I don't suppose you'll be man enough to come out and speak to us. We noticed that your email address is no longer Mr. Hobson, it's just the general manager. So obviously we have sent the emails on to you, just removing the pitch names and the people's names. I still can't understand why you've been warned so many times about mis-selling. You've been warned so many times about the way you treat people. There's people on this park in particular that are in tears in their late 70s, and the GM still enjoys to bully them. Like I said, like I've always said, I won't be stopping, so I'm the thorn in your side. There is nothing legally you can do to stop me, apart from painting these lines, which are a little bit too narrow, but we'll address that one with the council.
I still believe that these silly little white lines they put across there is to stop me from trespassing. Apparently this is now private property, but at no point anywhere in the deeds that I have does it say that Lakeside is private property. But we'll let the council deal with that when they get back to a full swing. Obviously in COVID at the moment it's very limited. The sales team never seem to want to come out and chat, and if you could probably just span round, there's still nobody here, which I think is a good sign to stop them selling too many homes to poor people. Yesterday we had a lovely day, the sun was out, it's a bit choppy today and a bit windy. I hope you can all hear me, but we had a great time down at Bexhill. The lady informed us that all directors now and senior personnel, they work now from homes. So what we're now planning to do is at weekends, not during the week, we will be going to the village of Epsom, because that's where the CEO lives with another director. And I feel it's time to take it to him directly, because he allows these people to trade like they do. On my film yesterday, I said that when complaints go into head office, they come straight back to the team here. And the lady admitted, yes, they don't even get read, they just get bounced back to the managers. So the managers cause the trouble, and then people like us pay the price. But unfortunately for them now, like I've said so many times, I myself and other people are now standing up. We will get heard more and more and more, and eventually we're hoping that the BBC will re-pick up this on Watchdog when they start looking at our YouTube. I need everyone to subscribe to Katie Miller on YouTube. I only need 1,000. I need 1,000 people to subscribe to it. It's a free thing to do, but the word subscribe, people might panic and think I have to pay. You don't. The fact is, if I get 1,000, I can live stream, which is something I didn't understand at the time. So I have to then download them, and it is a bit technical. So if I can get 1,000 people liking Katie Miller on YouTube, that's going to help us go live all over the world. Okay, we'll wait for this chap with the lorry to pass through. It is very, very windy. I think I might have lost my hair dye. Hope it comes back. Let's hope the lorry's not trespassing, eh?
I think he's in the wrong place.
Well, Lakeside, I do hope you don't try and take the lorry driver for trespassing, because he must have took a wrong turn. I just also want to point out, I've been on the park over the last week when it's closed. You can take this as gospel and take it against me if you wish. I've spoken to people on Rose Green Development, and I've also spoken to Chris Page. If you're not aware who Chris Page is, LC and GM, he's part of the parish council, and they don't like you. But more importantly, he is now pushing for enforcement for Rose Green Development. Because as the GM knows, with the funny little eyes, he signed it all off, saying it was built to regulations. And as you're all aware, they are too close. Nice to see homeowners getting food delivered, which is a good sign. So anyway, let's just talk a little bit more about personal stuff and personal people. You have staff that work for you, and some of them lost everything. It's very hypocritical sometimes to do these things, but I understand why. What we need to do now is push forward in protecting the homeowners and the way they are treated. Every time we receive an email of complaint of bullying from the GM or harassment from the sales team, you must upgrade, come and upgrade, look at our special deals. We are going to keep on and on and on. You have in front of you your social practice distance thing of 2 metres, and yet quite clearly inside there, people are walked in and walked out, there's no mark.
I think the wind is pretty horrendous at the moment. I don't know if can anyone hear me, Di? Can they give us a thumbs up?
You need to do something with that, because that.
Let me have a quick look.
Up. I don't know what that is. I tried pressing the X, but nothing came up.
There we go. We're in a bit of trouble with the wind at the moment. I don't know if people can give me a thumbs up if they can hear me. Any thumbs up, Di? You keep pointing it there. Let's have a little look. Okay, guys, can you give us a thumbs up if you can actually hear us, please? Because this wind here is pretty strong. I think so. I think so. Is the GM available? Because he'll be fully aware, I hope, by the end of this month that his reckless driving is now being processed. Due to COVID, it was delayed. But obviously, I'm pushing for that now, which will result in a fine plus points on his licence for dangerous driving. Very silly thing to do, Mr. GM.
drive along a public road with a dog in your lap whilst you're driving, you then lose control of the car on the bend and nearly hit a van. Thankfully, everything was caught on my dash cam and the police had the footage. So another mistake by the GM. He seems to be making lots of mistakes since he came to Park Holidays. And obviously I'm hoping eventually he will be dismissed from his position. I understand also that his wife may have left the position of Park Holidays, and from the rumour mill, she's training to be in the ambulance service in Southampton. Well, if this is true, I find it very strange how the husband has no compassion and doesn't care, but the wife seems to care and wants to help the public. A marriage made in heaven, I would say. Two differences, do they collide? Who knows? But the GM, it would be great. You've got my phone number. You certainly know where I live. If you want to come and have a chat with us, the sales manager and the other one that stands like a teapot. If you want to come and have a chat with us, we'd like to have a talk about selling directly. We would also give you some training from proper parts that don't missell. So if you'd like to come out and have a chat, which you never do, it'd be great. But if not, we'll just carry on and on.
Make sure we don't get these people on the film. Step that way. All right, guys. We will take the film away. Some people enjoying, I think it's like a Segway ride, holiday makers, which is nice for them. As you can see, the barriers are still up, which allows access. So if the land is private, as they keep saying, and that is a joke, if the land's private, why are the barriers up for anyone to come onto? It's very, very, very strange. So what we're going to do today is also span round and have another look, see if the front entrance is correct. Apparently I'm only allowed, or the public can only walk on this. No trespassing, private property beyond this point. It does not say that trespassers will be prosecuted. That I know from experience upon reading legal documentation is something that they should have enforced. So I hope they are put correctly.
Okay, we've just done an update on our lovely page. If you'd like to re-look at your no trespassing, private property beyond this point, at no point does it say that we will prosecute trespassers if they go beyond this point. So you might want to get that one rewritten before we come back down again. Give you a heads up on that.
And also, this footpath that they've measured, they've given you a tiny little bit of gravel. It goes from the boundary, which is the fence there, the fence line, where the plants are, to the hedge line. That is the complete boundary. And as we span round here, it comes from this line, so I'll show you now. This line here, and it goes straight across there. So if we span and come up here, please, guys. It's all petty, but if they want to be petty, if we stand here, where that car's gone, there's your complete line. They've cut us short by about a metre. So at the moment, they might say I'm trespassing, but I don't see how.
Okay guys, could someone bring out a tape measure from maintenance and recheck these dimensions and angles? Because quite clearly I'm standing now on a public footpath, public ground. The boundary starts this side, and yet you've got a line that's cut halfway through. So you've got it wrong. The angle goes by the fence line. You've got a big post here of concrete in front of it, which is put on public land. So you might have to move that post because you're on public land.
Well, let's just see if this gentleman walks in, and if there's any sort of